welcome back. Time is flying on the Transfer Show Christmas special, and I'm told dinner is about to be served. But before we get to that, still plenty to talk about, and we can't talk about the January transfer window without talking about Newcastle United, because they could really be a story. New owners, new manager. What are you expecting from them, and what kind of player do you think they can recruit?
Yeah, big money, of course, will be invested, that is for sure. And there are even a lot of Bundesliga players linked with Newcastle United in the recent weeks. Niklas Süle, for example, from Bayern Munich, centre-back. Quite interesting situation because he's out of contract in June. So he's a free agent and he's gambling for a better contract. He wanted to leave Bayern Munich, then Nagelsmann came in. He knew Nagelsmann from his time in Hoffenheim where they worked together. So he did not take a decision yet. But Newcastle is indeed interested in signing Niki Süle, which wouldn't be a big money signing, only for his contract, because he's a free agent. But a lot of players will be linked with Newcastle United over the next couple of weeks, sure.
Do you think players from Italy, for instance, would be willing to move to Newcastle? Because obviously they're in a difficult position in the Premier League, but they have big plans for the future.
I don't know if in January, but in June, probably yes. It depends on the money. It's not easy. It's not easy now to get the right players because you have to get Newcastle out of the problems. So top players, it's difficult to accept now immediately Newcastle. No?
Not just about top players, but a question for you, perhaps, Kaveh. Clubs who will be willing to sell to Newcastle, they might just add a zero onto that price, mightn't they?
We've heard a lot about other Premier League clubs don't want to sell players to Newcastle because they're upset about the takeover of Newcastle, and also they don't want to help Newcastle to stay in the Premier League. But I think there are still some clubs who will do business with them because we all know it's a transfer market, money talks. I think Newcastle are looking for 2 centre-backs and a central midfielder, and they have some targets both in Europe and in the Premier League. And I think with the kind of money they've got, I think there will be deals to be done. And I do expect them to sign 2 or 3 players next month.
I think the situation is comparable to the situation of Paris Saint-Germain when the Qatari took over, because they tried to sign big players. Then the first signing was Javier Pastore from Palermo, I think, which was not a big name. And then 1 year later, they signed Thiago Silva and Ibrahimovic from Milan for a lot of money, you know. And then it was, okay, those 2 decided to join us, then other players came in, you know. So you need maybe 2, 3 big names willing to sign now or in June, and then the other players will come.
Do you think, for instance, like the big agents who are based in Italy or in the south of France, are they now calling you up and saying, hey, do you have any contacts at Newcastle United? We need to speak to Amanda Staveley, we need to speak to Eddie Howe.
They don't need me. I think they can.
But they're now interested in Newcastle.
Surely, yes. When they can do business, Newcastle now is business for agents. So I think every agent is proposing his players to Newcastle, sure, for sure.
So definitely a club to watch is Newcastle United, but I'm going to throw a couple of names at you for players to watch. Number 1, Paul Pogba. What are we thinking?
Juventus, he loves Juventus and Juventus loves Pogba, but the new era of Juventus wages is different from the past. After Cristiano Ronaldo departure and after Juventus property decided to put 400,000 millions for the debts they had. Now they don't want to give to a player more than 10 million net a year, and Ronaldo wages were 30 million net euro a year. Pogba has, I think, 14 million euro net a year. So if he wants to come back to Juventus, he has to reduce his salary. I don't want, he's out of contract if he doesn't renew the contract, so I don't want if. With Mino Raiola, it's difficult that a player that earns 13 million go to another club to earn less. So it depends on what Paul wants to do.
That kind of rules out Bundesliga and Paul Pogba, doesn't it?
No.
It's not an option. Not an option. Only club
Or
would be
Paris,
Bayern
Paris,
Munich.
Paris.
Yeah, Paris, always like Pogba, Real Madrid.
Real
Who
Madrid.
knows? Those are the two options for me as well. But, I mean, free agent Paul Pogba. Come on.
Another player in a similar position is the Chelsea defender Antonio Rudiger. Lots of links with a return to Germany and in particular Bayern Munich. What's your reading of his situation just now?
He really likes London. He likes Chelsea. He loves the club. He loves the manager. When Tuchel came in, he started to play at a world-class level again. But I mean, his situation, free agent in the summer, he can gamble. And he wants a new contract at Chelsea, but he wants a good salary, blockbuster deal, okay? So, of course, his agent is talking to other clubs. Bayern Munich is monitoring his situation because Süle is out of contract next year. Maybe they have to replace him. They need a centre-back, and Rudiger is a German national team player, interesting player. But my guess is he wants to stay at Chelsea, but Chelsea needs to raise the offer. And, I mean, he's in a situation to gamble, and he has every right to do so, I think.
It's very interesting how the Rudiger situation has transpired, actually, because he could have signed a new contract and extension when Frank Lampard was in charge.
But he was not playing.
But he wasn't playing.
Exactly.
So what he did, he said, I won't sign that new contract, I'll take my chances. And what ended up happening is Thomas Tuchel comes in, and he is now the main player in the centre of that Chelsea defence. But my information is, in the last month and a half, there have been no talks between Rudiger's people and Chelsea. And he's saying all the right things. I'm 100% committed to Chelsea. I love the club. I love Thomas Tuchel. But in the background, Chelsea are very well aware that this is a player going into the final 6 months of his contract who they could lose and could lose for nothing.
But I think Chelsea is in a particular situation. Rudiger running out. Azpilicueta running out. Christensen running out. So they have sent all the centre-backs, Thiago Silva, running out. Okay, so all the centre-backs are basically running out, so they have to take a decision, and you need to double the salary of Tony, I think, in order to sign him.
Right, Jules Koundé, who was very close to going to Chelsea in the summer.
He was very, very close. It was almost done.
And also Manchester United want him as well. But they flirt with him a lot.
Tottenham too.
Tottenham. So do you see him definitely moving in 22?
I think so. I think he's young,
Premier League.
strong. Premier League. Who can afford?
Premier League.
Who can afford
Bundesliga,
50,
Serie A.
60 million of euro for a defender? Tottenham spent 50 million of euro for Romero. No, 55.
Crazy prices. Crazy prices.
Only you. So I think, I hope that your present for me are very rich. No, tonight. I'm poor.
Where are
but
the
you're
presents,
very rich.
Kav? Where are the presents, Dharmesh?
Your presence is your actual presence here, which we thank you for. Listen, guys, we're very, very happy to have you here. Sky Italy's Gianluca Di Marzio, Sky Germany's.
I'm very poor, but I wrote a book. So this is my present for you. I have to sign. No, I have to sign. I have to
Is
sign
it in
for
Italian?
you.
or-
In Italian, because
Italian,
I know that
Practice
you
it.
want to.
I'm learning Italian.
To learn my language. So in this book, you can find stories about Lukaku, Ronaldo, Donnarumma, every player.
And it's all in Italian.
All in Italian.
And it's all in
But
Italian.
You can do the deal for me to translate this book in English.
Yeah, but look, it is all in Italian, and you guys have come here and you've put us to shame because you're speaking in fluent English. And myself and Kaveh, we need to learn a bit about the Italian language and the German language. And I understand that you have got a little test for us, and you've got a couple of transfer phrases that are in Italian that we have to try and translate into English. So let's see if we can do
I have
it.
to admit here that I did learn German when I was at school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then I put you to test now.
Only danke.
Okay, so here we go.
What's the first phrase?
The first
from
phrase.
Max?
Are these football phrases or?
These are transfer phrases, and I will read them out in German, and you have to guess what it is, okay? Der Spieler hat einen Transferwunsch hinterlegt.
Can you repeat that?
Der Spieler hat einen Transferwunsch hinterlegt.
Okay, der Spieler, I think means the player.
Correct?
See, I remember my
Oh,
German.
I think I've got to
let me-
guess.
let me-
I've got to guess.
I think it says the player has handed in a transfer request.
That is correct. That is correct.
I was actually going to say the player's running down his contract, so well
It
done.
was close.
Here we go,
Spieler.
Gianluca.
Der Spieler.
il mercato non dorme mai. Il calciomercato non dorme mai.
Mercato means the market.
The market.
The market never sleeps. Bravi. Good job.
Okay, second one in German, guys.
Here we go.
Second one in German.
Don't look, yeah.
This is actually
Is the answer in
this is a phrase which we can't say in our program because every transfer journalist keeps saying this phrase, okay? So it's a no-go on Sky Sports in Germany. Das Transferkarussell dreht sich immer schneller.
Can you repeat, please?
Das Transferkarussell
Ja.
dreht sich immer schneller.
The transfer merry-go-round.
Yes,
Schneller means fast.
Exactly.
The transfer
transfer-
merry-go-round is getting faster.
Exactly. Correct. The transfer merry-go-round is speeding up.
Speeding up.
People keep saying that, you know, when we go closer to deadline day, so the market
getting-
speeds up,
it's
so the
getting-
transfer
We say
merry-go-round
it's
speeds
heating
up.
up.
Heating up.
We say it's
But the
heating up.
merry-go-round, you say the merry-go-round. The
No, we
transfer-
say
No,
the
exactly.
market is heating
The market is
Yeah.
heating up, yeah.
up. Getting
Okay,
warm.
finally, Gianluca. Here we go.
L'accordo è raggiunto.
Accordo?
something to do
L'accordo è
with the
raggiunto.
contract?
Eh?
Is it something to do with the contract?
Yes. L'accordo è raggiunto. È fatta.
Out of-
l'accordo è
out of
raggiunto.
contract?
No, out of contract. No.
Free agent.
No.
His contract, he's running down his contract.
The
No.
contract is up in the summer.
No.
He's running.
No,
Is
l'accordo
he in
è
here?
Guys, what is your phrase when a transfer is finished?
almost done. Almost done.
Deal's done.
This done.
Deal's done.
Okay, we'll call that a nice draw. Well done, Kaveh.
Oh,
Right.
the food is arriving.
Right, the food is arriving. So for now, it is grazie, Gianluca.
Grazie.
Danke.
Grazie.
Grazie,
Grazie.
Gianluca. Grazie.
Grazie.
Gianluca. Danke.
Mamma mia.
Sehr gerne,
Maximilian.
Dharmesh.
And cheers, Kaveh. And to all our viewers of the Transfer Show Christmas special, Merry Christmas from everyone at Sky Sports News.
I need a pen, to sign the books.
Yeah.